Stewart, PTKAW charter member, Washburn class of 2017, and alumna of the Alpha Psi Theta chapter at Allen Community College, Burlingame. I will be emceeing today. So to begin the ceremony, PTKAW Vice President for Public Relationships, Charlie Bunkowski, will now perform the Phi Theta Kappa song. Tradition, PTKAW President Emily Jordan will now call this event to order as a formal PTKAW function. Emily, may you please come to the podium?
Phi Theta Kappa Alumni of Washburn is officially in session.
Thank you. Our agenda will proceed as follows. We will have the formal induction of 12 new members by current members and then conferral of our charter. After that, each member will be recognized individually and presented their gifts. We will then hear from our keynote speaker, Pamela Howe. Next, we will install 3 of today's inductees as an officer. We will then hear from another guest speaker, Carol Comer, followed by door prizes and closing remarks from PTK alumna Savannah Williams. After adjournment, we will pause for photos and enjoy the refreshments. We now call the current members of PTKAW to the podium to perform the formal induction. Inductees, please come forward and proceed to the table on the right. Current members, please come forward to read our remarks.
I think we're going to have you guys stand in front of the table because there's not enough room. Let's move back to this. This is live TV, folks.
Ladies and gentlemen, you see before you 12 individuals whom, as alumni at Phi Theta Kappa in good standing, now take upon themselves another exclusive honor. Inductees, please rise as we display the symbols of Phi Theta Kappa and our Alumni Chapter.
I hold in my hand a sword, symbolic of knowledge, which is the servant of wisdom, which deals with prudence and leads in the ways of righteousness in the midst of the paths of judgment.
The ideals of our alumni chapter are captured in our vision and mission. Our vision is to enhance the educational experience of the two-year college student in the state of Kansas and the region. Our mission statement is threefold: to promote Washburn University to members of Phi Theta Kappa, to promote membership in Phi Theta Kappa to current two-year college students, and to serve others both on campus and around the region, which will enhance our competitiveness for leadership-based scholarships at Washburn.
The vision and mission of our alumni chapter are captured in the symbolism of our insignia. The letters of our name stand out in Washburn blue with the letters PTK enlarged to represent the two interests we serve. The double bars represent the first two tenets of our mission statement, promoting Washburn and promoting Phi Theta Kappa. The third tenet is not represented in the insignia because it's pervasive in all we do. Now that the standard and ideals of our alumni chapter have been fully revealed to you, you come to complete the pledge. Please respond to my prompt with the words, "We do." Do you solemnly promise to continue to uphold the standards of Phi Theta Kappa as alumni and to make this object and aim foremost in your mind? And do you solemnly pledge allegiance to your fellow members and promise to aid them in all worthy endeavors?
We do.
I am pleased to present these individuals for induction into our alumni chapter. These students have fulfilled all requirements for membership and have chosen truth and service as their hallmarks. I acknowledge them as Phi Theta Kappa alumni and recommend their acceptance into this alumni university. Ladies and gentlemen, the Charter of Phi Theta Kappa Alumni of Washburn University, first conferred on April 30th, 2017, is hereby conferred on to you as the next generation of leaders. A round of applause to our new colleagues and congratulations.
All right, thank you, everyone. It's now time to introduce each PTKAW member individually. You guys may return to your seats until you're introduced. Inductees will be introduced in alphabetical order by PTK chapter with one exception. As I call your name, please proceed to the table on the right side of the room where PTKAW officers will present you with your gifts. Please pause for a photo in front of the board, in front of the center before returning to your seats. Guests, you're more than welcome to take photos as long as you don't obstruct the view of others. So, our first inductee. A senior majoring in criminal justice and biology and an alumna of the Alpha Theta Omega chapter at Fort Scott Community College and the Mu Delta chapter at Kansas City, Kansas Community College from Silver Lake, Kansas, Tammy Acker.
I'm sorry.
Three, two, one. 3, 2.
A junior majoring in elementary education and an alumna of the Alpha Iota Gamma chapter at Johnson County Community College from Lawrence, Kansas by way of Credit Katie, Shayla, Pierre, Noel. Majoring in marketing and an alumna of the Alpha Psi Epsilon chapter at Garden City Community College. From Garden City, Kansas, by way of Hidalgo, Mexico, Diana Martinez Ponce. and an alumna of the Alpha Psi Epsilon chapter at Garden City Community College from Garden City, Kansas, by way of Aurora, Colorado, Audrey Shepard.
Sorry. You're fine.
A junior majoring in criminal justice and an alumna of the Beta Zeta Zeta chapter at the University of New Mexico, Valencia, and the Beta Nu Omega chapter at Highland Community College, Wamego, from Paxico, Kansas, by way of Shreveport, Louisiana, Shelby Spalding. Junior majoring in biology, psychology, and pre-medicine, and an alumna of the Beta Omega chapter at Independence Community College from Mound Valley, Kansas, Sammy Brown. Senior, majoring in accounting and alumna of the Eta Gamma chapter at Coffeyville Community College from Horton, Kansas, by the way of Garden City, Kansas, Elia Saucedo.
Somewhere in the legend, smile. 3, 2, 1. Let's let a few of us got that.
The next inductee is PTKAW's first ever PTK Kansas Nebraska Regional Officer. A senior majoring in biology, an alumna of the Mu Delta chapter at Kansas City, Kansas Community College, from Kansas City, Kansas, by the way of Los Angeles, California, Katie Vasquez. Spring inductees who is unable to attend the spring induction ceremony and has never received her PTKAW certificate. Since she is now in attendance tonight, we will present it to her now. Stephanie Carrillo from Allen Community College. You guys may return to your seats. It is now time to hear from our keynote speaker, Pamela Howe. Ms. Howe is the Secretary of the Kansas-Nebraska Region Alumni Association, previously served as co-advisor for the Mu Delta chapter at Kansas City, Kansas Community College. Prior to that, she was involved with the legendary Eta Gamma chapter at Coffeyville Community College and was instrumental in the founding of the community-based PTK Alumni Chapter for the city of Coffeyville. She has recently received significant recognition for her efforts, including the International Alumni Appreciation Award for the Kansas-Nebraska region in 2016. Ms. Howe was recognized as a distinguished alumna by the region in 2016. In April 25th, 2017, Ms. Howe formally conferred PTKAW chapter and has joined us for several of our induction ceremonies over the year. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Howe.
Thank you for having me. For me, this is an honor because I did help charter the Eta Gamma, which was one of the first community college based, and I know the amount of work and effort it takes to get an alumni association going. So for me, this is kind of a double celebration and stuff to be able to be a part of this as an alumnus. So my talk tonight is what is Phi Theta Kappa? Why join? What's in it for me? Is it a club? A sorority? I still have friends that call it my sorority. They still haven't got it. Is it just for traditional students? Apparently not, because I'm in it. No. It is an international honor society for community colleges. It is prestigious. It is international. It was established in 1918, and it has a presence in 1,300 community colleges in 11 nations. So just know you are a part of a bigger picture than Kansas and Nebraska. We have more than 3.5 million students have been inducted since then, and among the members, we have 250,000 active members. So as you can tell, you're part of a prestigious organization. So why be in it? What's the benefits? As you all know, there's scholarships, there's career training, there's transfer success. For me, I think one of the things that is so outstanding is there are not many scholarships for non-traditional students. Phi Theta Kappa gives you that. Does not matter. Also, I've spent about 18 years working with international students, and there is very little money for international students. Being a part of Phi Theta Kappa allows them scholarships. There are many schools that will give an international student that's a member of Phi Theta Kappa a scholarship. Those are two, there's many, many reasons, but those two really stand out for me. You also get discounts on insurance and banks. There's a lot of things available by being a member of this organization. There are 3 types of alumni chapters. There's regional, there's chapter alumnus, which is like for a community college that has an alumni chapter, and then a university base, which is what this is. There's awards and leaderships to the chapter members, and it's a way to give back and be involved. Or being a nerd is okay and kind of fun. It's a family. Anywhere you go, you have family members, and they treat you like you're one of the family and a long-lost relative that they really like. Actually, some of my Phi Theta Kappa family I'm probably closer to than my real family. So it's a way to give back whatever your passion is, whether it's leadership, fellowship, or service. It's a way to do studious projects and research, find an area in the honor study topic that interests you, and make it come to life. Make it yours. It's a way to be able to do some research and get a little recognition. The thing that was and most important to me is anyone can be an active member and alumnus if you have the grades. There's no age requirement, there's no ceiling, there's no ethnic preference. All you have to do is have the grades, which does vary. Again, it's great for non-traditional students, it is great for international students. When you come back to school in your mid-40s, which I did, there's not many organizations or things available to you as a non-trad. There's very few scholarships. Phi Theta Kappa allowed that. It's allowed me travel. It's allowed me so many possibilities in leadership, public speaking. It has just been transformational. It has just opened up so many opportunities. And what I say is find your passion. If there's something that you are really passionate about, you can make it happen with Phi Theta Kappa. Find that passion, and you can usually find a way to make it fit. You got to be creative, but you can find a way to make it fit into the honor study topic and it comes to life for you, and it can be life-changing. You will never know the experiences that you have. You know, again, I'm gonna say, find your passion and fulfill it, whether it's through service or through the leadership. The service has always kind of been my area. I love helping others, but the fellowship is also fun too. I'm currently working. I retired, I took early retirement. I'm substitute teaching in a high school. And let me just say, it is interesting. My Phi Theta Kappa leadership has come in quite handy. I'm in KCK. It's a very diverse school, a lot of low income, and they really think there's no way out. I talk Phi Theta Kappa daily. They think they need to go to university, and there's nothing wrong with that. But for a lot of these kids, they don't have the grades, they don't have the money. And so I tell them, you need to go to community college. And I tell them why. And when I talk about Phi Theta Kappa, I come to life. I really do. I'm passionate about it. I enjoy it. It's part of the reason I'm still active. It's part of the reason I still give back. It's a good way to stay active, to fulfill your passions, and it's a way to give back. And it's a way I still help with things. My heart will always be with Theta Gamma. That was my original chapter. And when you start under the leadership of Linda McVeigh, you have a legacy you have to fulfill. Then I went to KCK and worked with Stacy, which again was an honor. And I had worked with Stacy throughout the years, so I continued to be active as an alumni. I continue to help both of my chapters. They're both my chapters. Mu Delta and Theta Gamma. They're both my chapters. I feel like they're my homes. And I also felt a little bit of inness here because I got to help with your induction. But again, the main thing I want to say is find your passion and make it work in Phi Theta Kappa. Even when you're my age, you can still fulfill that passion and that dream and help others. Every day, I tell the kids, there's a way to go to college. Go to the community college, get your basics, get in Phi Theta Kappa, and you can go anywhere you want. And they're like, really? You can do that? Yeah, I did it. And they look at me kind of funny, and I said, I went back to school. I was a late student, late bloomer. Raised my children and went back. Do I regret it? No. And so, again, I love Phi Theta Kappa, but you can get involved at any level and continue to give back as long as you want to. So again, I think my takeaway from tonight is find that passion, whatever really lights a fire under you, and you can continue to give back for as long as you want to.
Thank you. It is now time for the formal officer installations. This fall, 3 members have been elected to officer positions. As I call your names, please join me at the podium, and I'll call Emily Jordan back to the podium to formally install you. Succeeding Nadine McMillan as Vice President for Development, Elia Saucedo. For the newly created position of historian, Shelby Spalding. And for the newly created position of Vice President for PTK Relations, Katie Vasquez. Would you please come to the podium?
Okay, if you would all raise your right hand. Do you solemnly promise to fulfill, to the best of your ability, your duties as officers of Phi Theta Kappa alumni of Washburn University? Ladies, you are charged with the responsibility of learning the duties of your office and executing those duties to the best of your ability. You are duly recognized as executive officers of Phi Theta Kappa alumni of Washburn University. We pledge the support of the members to you. Congratulations.
So I can stand. I want to stand while you guys are being pledged. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. We're not used to this building space.
It is now time to hear from our alumni guest speaker, Carol Comer. Carol is an MBA candidate at the University of Kansas and alumnus of the Alumni Chapter at Metropolitan Community College. She served as Phi Theta Kappa's International Vice President of Division III for 2018 through 2019. Phi Theta Kappa's highest honor and level of leadership for student scholars. She has earned 5-star competitive edge as well as transfers edge and served as the regional vice president of the Phi Theta Kappa Missouri Region Phi District. She has led numerous induction ceremonies, helped with multiple honors and action projects and training, and participated in the Honors Case Study Challenge. Carl currently serves as a medical support specialist and LPN, and she is a parent mentor to parents of newly diagnosed deaf and blind children. She also worked for 3 years as a probation and parole assistant, and an officer for the state of Missouri. Carl performs theater, dance, and improv throughout Kansas City, sings with Kansas City's Women's Chorus, and has raised and or fostered 12 amazing humans into adulthood. She is currently studying for nonprofit organizational management on scholarship and hopes to become the change she wishes to see in her community. In her words, she is not afraid to strut her stuff in suits and boots and embraces every chance she can to get uncomfortable and grow. Please join me in welcoming Carol.
Good evening, everyone. So, some of you already know me in the room, and you'll know that I'm usually the loudest person in the room, so I'll spare you the microphone. That way when you leave here, you can still hear. Right? My name is Carol Comer, and I graduated from the Metropolitan Community College in Kansas City, once from Penn Valley, and again from Maple Woods. Yeah, that happens. So, Phi Theta Kappa has been a pivotal pillar in my life. I grew up in one of the poorest neighborhoods of Kansas City. If you ever drive down, I don't know, Independence Avenue, where it gets really pretty, keep driving, that's not my neighborhood. Go further, until you're almost in Independence. You know. I went to a school where kids showed up because that was their one meal for the day. Where kids signed up for ROTC because they didn't have school clothes, and the military funded the program. So that by the end of my senior year, instead of a regular ROTC company of about 20 students, we were 1,976 students strong. Wow. Anytime we needed an inspection, we filled the football field, and they flew in a captain by airplane from the base. That was my high school career. Originally, I wanted to become a doctor. I wanted to sing. I wanted to do everything. If I had had Phi Theta Kappa in my life back then, I probably would have taken over the world and been president. That's right. Go for it. No, really, go for it. I'll take the votes. But I didn't have a very nurturing environment. I knew I was smart. I got the grades. But it just wasn't a natural, nurturing home environment. Until my junior year in high school. And my teacher literally put me in a room and said, you can either shine those leather shoes that were piled this high, or you can fill out those college applications. Pick up the shoe. I had such imposter syndrome. Anybody familiar with imposter syndrome? You know what that is? You're nodding your head. What is imposter syndrome?
It's when you feel like you're an imposter, whether you really are or not. You don't feel like you're actually good enough to be doing what you're doing.
I'll go one better than that. Not only do you feel like it, you know it. You live it every day of your life. I am a worm. I am not worthy of anything that I receive. I did not earn it. I don't deserve it. And so that's how I felt when I saw those stacks of applications. And finally, after 6 hours of shining over 1,000 shoes, my captain came in here and he was like, I'm sick of having shiny shoes. Stop being a sugar cookie and fill those out. And he brought me lunch, and he kept bringing me snacks, and he kept bringing me fresh pens and fresh pencils. So I, being the fantastic person that I am, because I am fantastic, I can say that now, I sat there and I got real snarky. Dear esteemed university, please do not waste your time and accept me to your fine establishment, for I will only taint your values and your numbers. You see, I will be an incoming first-generation student. Therefore, I have approximately of dropping out within 3 weeks. Whether it be drugs, too much partying, or I'll just become pregnant because, let's face it, you're a party school. Rather than going to your esteemed establishment to get an education, challenge the establishment, and stretch the boundaries, I'll just give up, party too much, and drop out. But I do thank you for your time in reading my fantastic essay. Have a wonderful day. I wrote that on every single application that I was handed by my captain, including one for, I didn't even pay attention to what was on there. One was for med school. Got accepted. Every single one. And that scared me to death. So what I had to do was I got uncomfortable and I grew. But I was a chicken about it, or so I thought. I was just a chicken. I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna go to UMKC or NU or University of Kansas. I'm gonna go to Metropolitan Community College down the street. And I was a junior in high school, so I started going. I had to sneak out at night. Most teenagers are sneaking out through their bedroom window to go party. I snuck out to go do algebra. I got an A. And I got busted. I did drop out 3 times. Many times. I kept failing over and over again. Not my grades, but I kept failing because I was not nurtured. I didn't know what Phi Theta Kappa was. I kept watching TV and I saw all these college things on TV and I'm like, oh, they're for people that don't live on Independence Avenue in Kansas City. They're for people that live in Fort Lauderdale or California. I don't live there. I live down the street. But I kept going back. I went back after my son was born and after my daughter was born. My daughter was born my junior year of high school. She's 28 years old, like this big. Best artist I've ever seen. I kept going back after I was diagnosed with cancer. I would sit in the front of the class with no hair and putting my head on my desk and still taking notes. Ugliest notes you've ever seen, but I could read them. Biochem, that was interesting. And I failed that class, but I kept going back. I failed chemistry 5 times. My major, biology with a minor in chemistry, forensics, and criminal justice. And I became the first forensics candidate to graduate from the University of Central Missouri after 6 years. And then I failed again. I failed at trying. I gave up. I saw that piece of paper and it scared me. And so I sat at home and I raised my kids and I was like, I'm smart, that's it. And then I had to go back to school. It had been so long since I used my education and was an officer, there was nothing I could do. Once you pass 10 years with a biology degree, you better go back to school. Things change. They mapped the human genome. They discovered prions. They found a cure for AIDS, which by the way they did. 13 people have been cured so far worldwide. Yeah, I know, right? Nobody knows. Nobody knew. So I went to community college and I started seeing all these fantastic posters of blue and gold. I was like, oh, that's nice, a fraternity. One day, after fighting the establishment and being snarky, establishing a student group so that we could have a voice, the Kansas City Health Information Management Student Advisory Council. We kept having all these people say, sit down, children, listen to the big people talk. And I'm like, the average age of us is approximately 32 years old. We gave birth, we're not children. And we have a voice. And one day, we're gonna take your jobs because you'll retire. We're gonna be right there behind you. So give us a voice. And I made such a big stink, other students came with me. There was approximately 12 of us on the Student Advisory Council by the time I graduated from Penn Valley. And we made the news. And then Phi Theta Kappa said, why aren't you on one of us? I'm like, I don't know. I didn't get the letter. I did. Imposter syndrome, like the trash. It's like, first of all, I'm not a guy. Right? And second of all, it's an honor society. My grade's only a 3.5. It takes a 3.5 to get in. So I failed myself. able to believe in myself. So I had to get really uncomfortable and grow. I went to the advisor and I said, hi, my name is K. And she's like, hi, Carol, we've been waiting for you. And I said, family. Right after I joined Phi Theta Kappa, about 8 weeks later, I was inducted in Branson, Missouri as the Missouri Regional Vice President. I literally walked in there without a dress, without a speech, without candy to throw on the table, without a tripod, and I just said, this is me. This is what I have to give you. I have no flares, I just have a really loud voice, an honorary sense of humor, and if you have a problem, bring it to me. I will help you solve it. And I was unanimously voted in. And I thought, I need to quit failing so much. And I thought if I can empower myself through all the adversities that I've been through, I can empower others. And that's what's important. You need to find what is important to you. And not let anybody tell you you can't do it, not even yourself. Because you are taking away an amazing opportunity. Every person that sits in this room, that's sitting in a chair, has a gift that this world needs. Without you, the web of life will break. There's a hole. This little happy spider will have to come and fix it, but that hole will still be there and remember. You ever see a spider web with a hole in it? The hole gets bigger as the spider has to repair it. You are a gift and you are important. So you embrace your skills. And sometimes you're going to get challenged. As a matter of fact, I hope you do. I kind of question those people that have a 4.0. Woohoo, yeah, you worked hard, you're smart. But did you learn anything? If you got straight A's your entire educational career, did you really learn anything? Or did you just show me what you already knew? Were you challenged? Did you get a D and have to bust your butt to get that D up to a grade that passed? You have to work hard. You have to get uncomfortable, and you have to grow. And embrace what is inside of you, and bring that gift out to others, and don't take no for an answer. So, I'm gonna hop off my soapbox now. There you go. There's a lot of people out there that weren't empowered or supported, much like me. And so now my passion is to do that. And sometimes it starts with something as little as a pat on the back. And even if you don't agree with their views, a warm, supportive ear. It's like, yeah, I get it. Oh, buddy, that sucks. I don't agree with you, but man, that really sucks for you. I'm sorry. And sometimes it's simply as easy as, do you need a pair of boots? You won't get me these boots, but I got 2 more pair in the back. So what I'm going to bring to you is this. I had so much more to tell you. But you guys are here. You accepted Phi Theta Kappa into your life. I know that sounds very strange. It's almost like a marriage, a little culty. That's okay, embrace it. Because with it becomes service. What you give out is what you're going to get back in return. Leadership. Because of my skills as an international officer, I was able to get into the MBA program without taking the GRE or the GMAT and not even going through any special groups. I just walked in, put in the application, they said welcome. Right now I have a 4.0. Leadership. You'll be able to guide others so that this will become a better place. Scholarship. Your grades will improve. I guarantee you, you go on any PTK website, on Facebook or whatever, be like, hey, is anybody taking this class? I'm having a problem with this question. Oh boy, brain candy. Brain candy. One of my friends right now is in med school. Our favorite thing to do is differential diagnoses. I'm not in med school, but it's fun playing. Fellowship. You have just become a member of 1.6 billion family members worldwide. Some of them you like. I guarantee it. Fellowship, leadership, scholarship, service. And then of course there's always the 5th hidden hallmark. Y'all knew there was a 5th one, right? It's called food. Everywhere you go, PTK, we got food. Yeah, Ms. Pam, yes, we got food. So I'm challenging you to go out there, be a snarky, challenged, uncomfortable obnoxious, kind, polite person, and push the boundaries so that this world will be so much better than we are. Thank you.
If we hadn't been late starting, I would have gotten you more, but I just want to sincerely thank you for not only helping us by contributing your thoughts to our ceremony tonight, but also for helping me carry the stuff from the library. Thank you, and thanks to the, never mind, I'm not going to say that. But this was, at the very least, we thought that when you got up in the morning, or ate or drank any hot beverage or any sort of beverage, that you would think of us, as that gift of appreciation.
Thank you, Paul.
Thank you, Carol. Andrew, before you continue, I'm actually going to this way back down because when I'm taking pictures, when I'm taking pictures, it's reflecting on the screen and I think about it.
Awesome.
I have an issue with the front.
You're not kidding me.
Well, thank you again, Carol, for your remarks. It's now time for door prizes.
Oh man, this is the most public speaking I've had since public speaking class. And Trevor said, "It's your turn." I said, "Okay." I can't top Carol's, but I'd like to meet you. By the end of her speech, I was like, "Someone give that lady a coffee mug." I think the most important thing PTKAW's been a great experience. Met a lot of interesting people. It started out very slow on my end. I started at Highland, but I didn't get very involved because I just felt like I was too busy. And anytime there was a meeting, especially when I got to Washburn, all the meetings were in the middle of the day. And I was like, my classes are hard, I'm gonna take a nap. And I'm hungry. Sometimes I brought food to the meetings. And over time, Paul wanted me to be an officer, and I was like, I'm not even, are you sure? Like, I'm not very involved. I don't feel like I'm really contributing. I just do what I can when I can. I started dodging the emails. Don't act like you guys don't already dodge the emails. A little bit. Just kidding. But I finally told him, I just told him straight up in an email, like, I don't think that I'm contributing. And next thing I know, I'm vice president. Slowly but surely, started getting more involved in what we could do. So we did the 5K. About 4 people showed up. And I thought, what better way to prove myself to PTKAW by killing myself for 30 minutes? We got lost. It was around campus. The course was around campus. And then we sprinted the ending when we found it to make it seem like we worked really hard. We did go to the convention, we did the shoe drive, trunk or treat, and over time started making memories with each other. And it became something really special, and we're all a little goofy. So it's just it becomes a really great experience. Like, don't ever feel like some of you guys probably, like, school's gonna get to you because college is hard. And don't ever feel bad for not feeling like you're like the top member or able to do every single thing or go to every single meeting. Just do what you can, and everyone will appreciate you for it. Welcome to Phi Theta Kappa. Where are my new members? I don't remember. Some of you are mixed up now. Welcome, all of you, and thank you for everybody for coming. That's all I have.
Thank you, Savannah. This concludes our ceremony. Thank you to Ms. Imperly and Paul for taking the lead in organizing this ceremony. Also, thank you to Dr. Alan Behrman for providing refreshments, Chartwells for providing the cake, Washburn IT Services for providing the video camera, Melanie Wamgans from University Scheduling for room reservation and setup. Our benefactors from the Kansas-Nebraska region, Coordinator Tammy Quince and Associate Coordinators Stacy Tucker and Chrissy Baker, and all our supporters, alumni, and volunteer partners who shared this celebration with us today. Finally, let us recognize our inductees' guests, especially the families in attendance today, not only for being here to celebrate with our inductees, but also for the role that you have played in their life, which allowed them to achieve the honor of membership in Phi Theta Kappa, and now the exclusive company in which they find themselves today. Immediately after we adjourn, we will begin the photo opportunities both in this room and outside. We will take as long as necessary to allow guests to take their own photos in addition to ours. And if you want a particular photo with our cameras, please just ask Paul and he will take that for you. When photos are complete, we will cut the cake and enjoy refreshments. Thank you very much for this opportunity to MC this ceremony. It was an honor to continue to participate in this organization, which means so much to all of us. I'll now call on Emily Jordan to formally adjourn. After adjournment, please rise as Charlie Bunkowski performs the Washburn alma mater. Emily?
Oh, by the way, Katie, since I forgot, I still have access to the email account. It fixed itself. That was a dramatic thing that happened this afternoon when we were trying to get ready. Abby, I would like to, on behalf of all of us, thank you again for contributing your talents and your expertise to helping us out. It means a lot when we have former members. You and Savannah were both handed these things, not that I was rubbing it in that you didn't wear yours. When we chartered the first time, over 2.5 years ago, and there were names involved in that event that are just names on paper for most of you guys, Amy Reinhardt, Kristen Kogel, etc. It means a lot for us to be able to reconnect with people who have made this organization what it is, and I sincerely appreciate you contributing your talents. Carol, I don't have adequate words to thank you, and then Savannah, I do have adequate words to thank you. How the heck did you do that without any prepared remarks? You doubt yourself, you were unbelievable, you just spoke off the cuff, okay? That is perfect, okay? So there you go, the imposter syndrome. Don't doubt yourself.
I've been
I was trying to convince her to speak before, and she said, I don't know if I would be good at that. And I just got to work on you like I've always been. You always take convincing.
It's just a lot of heavy breathing. We're going to talk.
On a serious note, first of all, I just want to apologize for a couple things. One, we got started a little late today. Two, our table placement, I did not adequately plan that, and so we didn't get to get you guys in front of the table, in front of the tablecloth like we normally do. So when we're done, what I would like the inductees to do is I'm going to give you a chance to
Phi Theta Kappa alumni of Washburn University is officially adjourned.
Okay, so let's get the pictures done before we cut the cake.
Cut cake? Okay.
Let's get the pictures ready before let's get the pictures done before we cut the